we go on our way to the stove. We're here with another episode of the Married Man's Confessions podcast, where this is made by men for men, where women are welcome. So we about to get into it again. I am your host with the most, the main man, the married man. I want to like all those that checked out my first two episodes, Why Marriage, and my second episode, Are Husbands Entitled to Sex? Those was two very good topics. So please go check that out. Comment, like, subscribe if you're on the YouTube channel. Check me out at all streaming websites, Pandora, Amazon, Amazon Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify.
Yeah.
Check me out, y'all. Comment. Give me a rating, whether you like it or you don't. Let's talk about it. Hit me up at my email, the mmcpodcast@gmail. If there's something you want us to react to or something that you would like to talk about or you would like us to talk about, hey, mic's open. Let's get it. So, here again, second time in a row, got my brother in the house, ready to get it in with me again, y'all. Give it up for him. Yes, sir.
Thanks for the applause, man. Can't get better than this, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Man, I'm grateful to be on here. I'm grateful to let y'all know that, yeah, we on bullshit. Talking my shit every time I get on here. Man, I just hope we give y'all, what y'all looking for.
Yes, sir. You and me both. So we're going to get into this meat and potatoes today. Yes, sir.
Not the meat and potatoes, though. Man.
We got a good old-fashioned barn burner for you. So today, fathers, raise your kids. Plain and simple. That's what we're going to talk about. Fathers, raise your kids. Now, I thought about this topic because the data, stats, and the facts are in favor in almost every way possible when fathers are in the household raising their kids with a nuclear family. Wife and husband.
Right.
Together, raising kids. Like I said before, in Why Marriage, it is 100. There is no 50-50.
Right.
You got to imagine when you are by yourself and you are given 100, when you decide to slack off and you giving 90% and 80%, there's nobody there to pick up that slack.
Correct.
And guess what? Guess who suffers? The children.
The kids, man.
Yes. So, got my brother in the house, y'all. So, go ahead and say what's up to him, man.
Man, what's up, you guys, man? Yeah, we're just preaching on, raising your kids. A lot of people don't raise their kids nowadays. They either have the grandmother, we see that almost, how many? Man, it's been a lot growing up, man.
Like I said on the first episode, Why Marriage, 80% of American households are being raised by single parents. An overwhelming majority of that is single mothers.
What's the percentage that, my brother works for a school, not to put that out there or whatnot, but he sees these kids come by a lot of freaking time, like all the time. It's always fights, all these things happening. And, I'm trying to figure out what's the percentage that you see at school with the kids.
So this is literally what I can say. And this is just from anecdotal experiences. This is not even the facts or anything that I have down, I have in my mind, but literally all the kids, I'm not even going to say all, I'm going to give y'all a little leeway. 9 out of 10 kids.
That's crazy.
That are getting in trouble, constantly mouthing off to staff. Language is out of this world, like a sailor. Constant fight, bickering, drama. Literally 9 out of 10 single parent household. Primarily single mothers. So this is kind of why I wanted to do this, because I need y'all to understand that we are very important when it comes to raising kids within a household, especially multiple children. Now, a lot of you women are not going to like what I have to say, but guess what? This is us talking to men. Now, you're welcome to join in on the conversation.
Right, because this is our downtime. Cigars and liquor. For real. Shit, I don't know about y'all, but I'm raising 4. My brother's raising 3, so it's downtime.
Exactly.
And we get to talk about it at the same time. So It's a win-win.
So I love it. Man. So, when I see it, working with kids so much, I've been working with kids for years. I'm a coach, all that. So I see a lot, and I talk to a lot of kids when it comes to, their issues or something's going on. They always come to your main man, the married man. Hey,
they know exactly who you are.
I'm just saying.
I went to a game today. They was asking for money. They know exactly who his man is. They like, man, hey, if anything, we know that he's gonna look out for us.
Right.
So that's great to have that experience, bro. To have that kind of connection with kids. I couldn't do it myself. I'd have been a slam dunk one of the motherfuckers. I ain't gonna even lie. Playing a football. So. I ain't gonna even lie. I know these are some of y'all kids. I'm sorry, but I have 4 daughters, and I couldn't even imagine having a son. Oh my Lord. Man, I know how reckless I was young. So, I get it.
See, but a lot of people, because I got 3 daughters myself, so we raising girls. But that don't mean that we don't know how to raise boys. We was boys being raised by our father, and we saw what that is.
But he had 5 girls before us, though.
Exactly.
I ain't going no more.
So me neither. 3 strikes and I'm out. You got me messed up. Shoot. Nah, the odds are against me.
Yeah,
I don't like them numbers.
Most definitely. Yeah. But yeah, if you're talking about your story about these kids, man, like that's crazy, dude. You have that connection with that many kids, dude.
Yeah, man. Like, it's a very rewarding job, but you see a lot of sad things that go on, and you see a lot of issues within that kid's life, especially when you look up their history and things that are going on, and then you hear things that you don't see, and you hear things that kids tell you, and it's sad because a lot of these situations, the father is not in the home. Raise your mother effing kids.
Man, I said better for him. Raise your fucking kids.
Shots fired.
Hey, most definitely, dude.
Shots
man.
fired.
Raise your fucking kids, man. Why is people just leaving their kids like that? Like, back in the old days, they'd be like, man, son, I'm about to go get a pack of cigarettes, and he's gone. Like, never come back. You know that movie, bro. You like, son, I'll be back. I'm about to go get a pack of cigarettes.
Well, yeah, Dad said he went to go get a pack of cigarettes, but that was about 10 years ago. I ain't seen him since.
Hey, you got to bring some humor to this, man, because we can't have this shit sad. People sobbing. Yeah, no, we can't do it, man. We got to keep it fun.
And although some of y'all might get mad at us, women and men alike, but this is truth that needs to be spoken.
Yeah.
We talk about things on here that a married man's mind sees and go through. Men in general, if we want to be real about it. And, going through a marriage and raising kids, you start to realize things that you do that you see other kids because that they don't do, because my kids, they do great. My kids make straight A's. My kids excel in sports. They are in special programs. They are in advanced classes. And I have a huge dealing with that, because you got to think, whether if I was even by myself, them kids would not be as great as they are without their mother. My wife is an awesome mother.
Right.
Better than my mother. See, this is one thing about parenting that I want everybody to try to understand and get. Please stop doing things that oh, well, this is how my mama did it. This is how my granny did it. We don't do that. Your job as a parent is to be better than your parents was.
Correct.
And you want your kids to be better than you and have better than you.
Correct.
And if you are continually going with the status quo of, well, this is how my parents did it. Look how you turned down. Don't you want something better? Don't you want your kid to be better than you?
Correct.
Guess what? I wasn't making straight A's. I wasn't in advanced classes. My wife wasn't in advanced classes. I excelled in sports. My wife, she wasn't a big sports person. But we got daughters. So although I have daughters, like, I want to see them excel. I want to see them better than me. I want them to see a life better than I did. Now, don't get me wrong. Yeah, you got to think. Our father and my mom was awesome. We had a great childhood. They did their best. But I'm cherry picking off the things that they have done and they have taught me. I'm taking this. I like this. I don't like how they did that. I'm going to cut that out.
Correct.
This part, I don't know. I'll try it. If it don't work, I'll kick it to the curb. So you take all these things and then you add and you evolve. You push them. All right.
Definitely right about that, though.
So this is kind of where we have to go. So getting into this first question. So to my brother, when you think of a good example of a husband and father, do you feel like that's you? Do you feel like you're a good example?
Yeah. You know, I encourage my kids, encourage my wife. You know, it goes hand in hand, kind of. I don't know which one. Well, of course, my wife comes first, but I'm saying, like, it goes hand in hand. Like, you know, the example I'm setting for my kids versus showing my wife that I can be a great father at the same time. You know, a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people, it's either one or the other, you know, but I give them my all because I'm a stay-at-home dad. So as I told you previously on the last one, you know, I give these kids my all. I, you know, take them to soccer practice, volleyball, you know, the grades, man, I would have never seen grades like that in my life. Man, I remember I used to lie on my report card. I ain't gonna even lie to you, man. Hey, for real. Hey, I did a lot of lying growing up. I had to learn from my mistakes, though.
Just for our listeners out there, I need y'all to know I am 2 years older than my brother. So the crazy thing is, as the second youngest of 7 children, being the firstborn boy in my family, I had a lot of responsibilities that I didn't know that was really pertaining to me and the direction that I had to take. So I was in a position to where that I'm the firstborn boy, but I even had my sisters looking at me, and I had to still set that example. Now, this Negro over here, this was the wild child. This was the guy that you had to protect your daughters from.
Most definitely.
This was that dude.
Most definitely. I'm sliding at nighttime. As soon as your mama work at UPS, it's over. I'm over. So you know, I'm one of them. You know, the field mouse is fast, but the owl sees at night. Hey.
Hey, but for real, you said something very profound, and I want to touch on this because a lot of relationships, especially marriages, don't teach this for some reason. Y'all ready for this? So you said my wife comes first.
Definitely.
Okay. Let's touch on this for a minute. Because when you said that, I was like, what? We agree on that? That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
See, let me give you my perspective on this. Because my wife comes first. I told my children, because at times we have Bible study and stuff, you know, we do our own thing.
By the way, this nigga's in church. I wasn't. I skipped Sunday school for pussy.
Hallelujah.
I skipped Sunday school for pussy. So you know, if you think about that last episode, Hey, I skipped Sunday school for that. Hey, so I was definitely not into the church.
I would get in trouble when I show up. See, I would get the whooping, and I would, Dad would get mad at me. Was like, why didn't you get your brother up to come to Sunday school? I got in trouble for
definitely.
that.
Hey, Dad was not playing about
people
that.
was looking at me. My family looked at me because I was the next man.
Hey, do you do it with your daughter though? Do you do it with your oldest?
What?
Like, help your younger sister with her homework. Do you do it with her? Like, do you like let's say Riley in 5th grade, right?
Mm-hmm.
Reagan's in what, 3rd? Second? Like sometimes when she have homework, do y'all be like, can you help her with that?
I think my wife does. I think
you think Leah does?
Yeah, okay. I think wifey does, but
nah, because
I work so much, man. So like at times I do help them, especially when it comes to math. I'll help my daughters when it comes to math.
See, because by the time, I hope the teacher ain't listen to this, but by the time my daughters be like, man, I need help with this, I end up doing it for them. Make it look like they're right.
Like, hey, let's copy that.
Hey, that's not the reason. That's not the reason my daughters have straight A's. They have them because I stayed on them. I made sure they stay consistent. It's a different story.
But getting back to that, like putting your wife first before your kids. I need y'all to understand something right now. So I've told my kids, your mother comes first to their face. And they said, oh, Daddy. What? I said, yeah. I told him with a straight face, your mom comes before you.
Always.
And this is why. So a lot of women primarily will choose their kids over their man.
Oh, yeah.
Choose their kids over their husband.
I see where you're going with this.
So,
yeah.
Look, pay attention to this for a minute. So you choose your kids over your man. You choose your kids over your man. Guess what happens when those kids grow up? They go find their own man, find their family. Now you're all alone.
Yeah.
You got to think. You only have this kid literally basically until they're 16. Because when they are 16, they off doing their own thing. They driving, hanging with their friends. They don't want nothing to do with mom and dad at that point.
I don't even want to
My oldest is 13. I literally got 3 more years to instill everything that I need to instill in her to make sure that she stays on a path that is successful for her as job, boys, college, whatever. Making sure that she looks at a man as essential. Mm-hmm. Ooh, I just hurt some feelings right now.
Oh my God. Oh no. Yep.
That is another episode, and we're going to touch on that.
That's definitely another episode.
Men are essential. Remember that. But anyways, back to the subject at hand. So I told them that because I want them to understand that when you get old and when you get grown, everything that me and mom taught you coming up, that we want you to go out and we want you to have your own family. We want you to raise kids. We want you to raise the next generation. Right. I want you to evolve. And I told my children, I want you to be better than me. I told my daughter, she's 13. All right. She's getting to that phase. She's in womanhood. You know what I mean? So I told her, I want you to find a man that is better than me.
Correct.
Find one that is
better.
I ain't
gonna lie. He better come with a buttoned up shirt to the throat where his Adam apple's barely showing. Just getting cuffed. I don't care. He better be as perfect. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, dude. My niece, hey, I'm dead serious. My daughter, man.
Yes.
I'm telling you, dude, like I've done seen it hand in hand. I've done been with females where they don't have a fall in place, so they don't have nothing to look forward to. You know, they'll date anybody. I was a savage. That's what I mean.
Oh,
like I'm like, fuck you, you know.
But
at the end of the day, what I mean is like when it comes to my daughter, man, you gotta be tip top shape.
Oh yeah.
You gotta be doing something with your life. I wanna know your 5-year goal plan. When you get out of high school, I wanna know all that.
See, I love that you said that because we have to stay on this connection. My first episode, Why Marriage? Second episode, Our Husbands Entitled to Sex. These are rolling into one big storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like he said, my daughters, and I said this on the first episode, Why Marriage? Go check that out, man.
Go check it out, man. Real talk.
Like I said, that you have to ask the right questions when it comes to your kids dating, whether if it's a boy or girl. I said that I'm going to ask this guy who wants to date my daughter, I'm going to think, where's your dad?
Right. Most definitely.
That's going to be probably number one, because statistically, if you don't already have your dad and he was in the household, you are already at a statistical disadvantage than other men that were in that place. Why? Because being raised by a single mother, you are emotional. You're more emotional because you didn't have that masculine tone. Mom had to be masculine.
See?
Mom had to be strong. Mom had to be independent. That's fine. That's fine. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But what kind of male mentor did you had to show that you was husband material, that you was boyfriend material, to sit here and date my daughter and go ahead and come up and ask me as a man, hey, I'd like to date your daughter. I know I probably wasn't raised with my father, but I had a mentor. I had my uncle, my grandfather.
Right.
They was there. They taught me this, that, and the third. Those things will suffice. But me sitting here thinking, me working with kids, I need y'all to understand. When I said those 9 out of 10 kids that give me trouble was raised by a single mom, it's because their emotions are out of control and they don't know how to handle it because they don't have a man sitting there telling him,
correct,
shut the hell up. Calm down. Get your life together. We don't act like that. Now, mom can do that, but I'm trying to tell y'all, it don't hit the same way when it's coming from a man. Because when it comes from a man, you got to understand that, hey, he's a man like me. And I like the way that my father is right now. So I need to listen to this dude.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Let me tell you about a story, though, man. It's so funny that you say this. So I'm talking to Caleb about his little, his little relationship. By the way, my nephew, going through some bad times away for the moment. And, he's talking to some other people. They over like, man, he's over telling him, he's like, yeah, man, my uncle's getting on my nerve, man. I'm playing, I play father figure to my nephew to make sure, he gets that. Because number one is, everybody's not going to give you the game. Nigga, I'm giving it to you for free.
Nope. $3.99.
So I'm giving him the game, telling him, while you away, this is happening, X, Y, Z. So he goes back, talk to an older guy, somebody similar to me, around my age, and he was like, hey, let me ask you a question. Because he's over here venting to the guy. He calls me back. He said, hey, Unc, you was right. He said, man, I talked to an older guy. He asked me, he was like, hey, let me ask you a question, though. The person you're hearing this from, is he married? Does he have kids? You might want to listen to that nigga. Because my daddy got 30 kids. And the nigga try to give me advice, I'd be damned. Nigga said, that nigga that had 30 kids, that nigga don't know what kid he's talking to. I was weak. I said, hell no, dog. Hey, I said, if that tells you anything right there, I said, dude, man, I have your best interest. I'm not going to give you no bullshit. I'm going to let you know up front what's real and what's fake. And when I teach you that, I'm teaching you that for a reason, because I don't want you to go out in this world and lose your mind over a female.
Right.
When you don't need to. Why? Nobody's giving you the game. I'm going to give you the game. Because I've been there and I've done that.
Yes, sir.
So, yeah, dude, that was just a funny story, man. I just had to tell it, man, because it was crazy that you just brought this up. And kids is really, like, running loose right now. And it's wild.
Oh, loose is an understatement.
It's wild, dog. Man, they didn't have that technology back then, man. Now the kids got phones and shit.
See, but you know what's crazy, though, is one thing, Dad, I don't know if he told you that, but he always told me, even when he was coming up, my dad grew up in the 60s and 70s. I grew up in the 90s and 2000. And I was born in 87. Even in the 90s, like late 90s, my dad would tell me, he was like, life, nothing is he said, everything is the same. He said, the whole game is the same. It is just painted a different color as time goes by.
That's wild, though. Shout out to Dad one more time, man.
Yes.
Yeah, dude, man, that man had so much wisdom.
Because you got to think, even though when I was in school and you saw a girl that you liked or whatever, you still wanted to write them notes. Yeah. We ain't have phones. We had notes.
I remember
Passing in class. You see them in the hallway. Hey, here you go. You kept walking like nothing happened. Hey,
what's that one you used to say? Hold on, I used to write it all the time. Shit. What is that way it goes? Shit.
I was saying shit with that. You know, do you like me? Checkbox, yes or no.
Man,
You want to go to the dance? Checkbox, yes or no.
Man. Hey, I guess they live in a different time.
But even that now, it's like it's no longer notes. It's text messages, and you're doing it in emojis.
Oh my God!
Like you're still saying the same thing. You're still trying to get the same results. You're just doing it a different way. Hence, paint in a different color.
Man, now you can tell when somebody got an attitude through a message, through an emoji. Man, I ain't got time for it.
Man, that's why I said, like, people think that although we are evolving as people, our biology still does the exact same things.
Really?
How the way we act and how we react to different people, different things. It's all the same. It's just a different time. And you might have different devices to deal with that. You might have different outlets to deal with that. Just like therapy. It wasn't a lot of therapy going on out in the 70s and 80s and stuff. Now therapy, you can go look around the corner and find you a therapist. And I'm going to say again, there is nothing wrong with therapy. If you need it and you got trauma, seek help, man. Seek help. There's nothing wrong with that. For real.
Yep. By the way, it's a lot of therapy out there. The 5-finger discount therapy from the 80s.
Gotcha, bitch.
You know what I had to say? Hey, now when we talk about this therapy, you get serious, and I'm like, hold up. They know about that therapy. Hey,
man, this is about to. This dude is no longer a guest. He is a co-host.
Hey, for real. Hey, dude, man.
He is a co-host.
The only reason why I got on here, man, because, man, hey, Marcus Allen, I can't believe you reneged on this. So I did it for you. Shout out to you, though, homie. I'm glad you let me get on this, man. You know.
But don't worry, he's still gonna come on this mug, man, because we got a hot topic for you, bro. And it is going down. I can't wait to get him on here, man. Shout out,
it's gonna be great, man. Shout out, man.
But yeah, man, get into this next one though, man. Like, so do you always show up? Oh, look,
man, dude, that's
hitting your home.
Backfired on me, man. Hey. So you said, do I always show up?
Yeah, dude. As a father to your kids.
Yeah,
you know, try to show up and not let time like just slip you by.
No, I'm there in every function. I don't even care if my daughter has a recital. I'm showing up. I've seen a lot of parents not show up, dude. Kind of broke me, you know, not seeing parents show up to that stuff, man, because I feel like everybody deserves to see a face, a familiar one at that, you know, and I'm that guy. Definitely for my daughters. You know, I'm that guy. You
yes,
know,
sir.
If anything comes about, I'm always going to be their first love. They're going to know that this man has stepped up for me every single fucking time, and he's never gave up on me. He's always encouraged me. I'm not missing a beat. I'm there.
Like.
I'm not missing a beat, and I know, you know, learning that from you. I done seen you at every function. Don't even matter what it is.
Oh, yeah,
even for the kids at your school. Man, this man showed up for a recital. His daughter didn't play an instrument at all. This nigga was there. I was like, what in the world? He was like, yeah, man, I got to show up, man.
You know what? That's crazy because, like, a lot of my kids that I work with.
Oh, man, they was hugging everything.
Dog, they asked me, like, Mr. Britt, can you please come? Hey, coach, can you please come?
Because you that father figure, man. It's like a LeBron story. You know how he always talks about his coach?
Mm-hmm.
You know, LeBron didn't grow up with a father. We all know that. Didn't grow up with a father at all. But look at this man doing exceptional, dude. Man, it's been great since.
Oh, man, since you just said that, please, y'all, all you single mothers out there, please do not think you're raising the next LeBron James. Stop it. Now, there are exceptions. So when I give you a stat that you're like more likely to go to jail if you're raised by a single mother,
right? Which
is a real statistical fact.
It really is a fact, and we know that for sure.
And I need y'all to just understand, like, if I'm saying 70%, if you're raised by a single mother, is more likely to go to jail, I need y'all to get that I'm not. If the shoe fits, wear that mug. You know what I'm saying? But if you feel like that you're that mother that's like, oh, you ain't talking about me, then you're in that 30%.
Yeah. Most
So
definitely.
just understand that. Understand that
definitely.
I'm trying to give you the game. And I'm trying to give you the facts behind it to support my argument. And I want you to just get it and just receive it. And I am not doing it in a malicious way.
And he's giving it to you for free. YouTube is free,
For
my
the
guy.
free 99.
Might have some ads along the way, but it's free.
But
No.
I want y'all to get it. The exception does not make the rule. And
Yeah.
I've said it before. The exception does not make the rule. So although you are in that 30%, don't sit here and say, not all women. Well, generally speaking, because we need to talk in generalities, yes. In general, your kid that you're raising has a higher percentage rate of going to jail.
Man.
But if you're in that 30%, please stop having an attitude like, oh, shoot, you ain't talking about me. And let me see, all you women that likes to talk with your hands, all like is, all that, got your hand out, shaking your head back and forth. Guess what? That's a red flag to us. I'm walking off. And all you do are out there, all you men out there that's getting these women pregnant, and now they making your life a living hell. Hey, that's what you get, my guy.
No, for real. No joke. Hey, for real though.
I'm just saying, because a lot of that stuff, like, I don't know where y'all get it. And I see these girls every day, and they are learning that, and they see that from their mothers. They see that from their friends around them, because maybe their friends around them, their mothers do that. So they do that. You are not watching what your kids watch on TV. You're not watching what your kids watch on YouTube.
Man.
You're not watching what your kids do on TikTok. You're not doing any of that. You're not checking cell phones. And they are doing all these things.
You know, it's the reason why all my kids got iPhones, so we can control them. Fuck that shit.
Hey,
they ain't getting on no YouTube, no nothing. I said, man,
I got Samsung and I control that.
Never forget that day.
I do me and wifey do cell phone checks. Hey, give me your phone. Give me your phone. I wish you would.
Yeah, because we had minutes back then.
You don't pay jack.
we didn't have no 1080p or none of that, man.
Mm.
Man, the motherfucker have been watching porn back then. Man, I'm telling you.
Sure, only game you can play is Snake.
Man, swear to God.
By the way, which is probably one of the funnest games.
One of the best fucking games. I ain't even gonna lie. I ain't gonna even lie. That shit is dope.
Oh man,
but you right though, bro.
So going to the next. So as fathers, giving reassurance. I want y'all to get this. Fathers, be in the home and raise your mother effing kids.
Motherfucking kids.
Because I love it. Because y'all need to get why we say that. You need to start telling your kids that they're worth it. You need to start telling your daughters, hey, I love you. You're beautiful for who you are. You're beautiful on the outside, inside. Hey, and we all know if we got ugly kids. We know it. We know it. If your kid ugly, hey, maybe you need to pick up a book.
But you
pick up 2 books and get a computer while you're at it. Thank you, Chris Rock.
Hey, I'm freaking dead, dude. And that's why I nigga got slapped on the stage by Will Smith.
Wow, dude.
Hey, bro. Hey, that nigga's wild.
Yeah, it was.
Nah, but for real though, yeah, man. Reinsurance is everything. Telling your daughter she's beautiful, you know, that goes a long way.
Yeah,
it goes a long way.
You gotta tell her, you gotta tell your sons, hey, you're worth it. Work hard. When they work hard, you see it and you be like, hey, keep doing what you're doing. Hey, I like it. Show up to your son's games. Especially fathers. Mothers do it all the freaking time.
Well, my mother ain't never showed up to one of my basketball games.
She ain't never showed up to mine.
No,
but I tell you what, she was a hard-working woman.
She definitely was. I give her that. She wasn't at one of my games, but she worked her butt off.
And she still supported us. When we went home, she would ask us, hey, how was your game? She wasn't there, but she was interested. How did it go?
Yep, she did. She did that.
So, I mean, even though you might not show up or you might let that time slip, because I'm pretty sure my mom probably was like, man, I wish I could have went to some of his games. He loved football so much and I never made it to one. But I never treated my mom or was mad because she never showed up, because I saw everything that she did to raise us. I saw everything that she did to be there for us, to be a good wife, to be a good mother, to be a good woman and a representation of a great black woman. As a matter of fact,
That boy is good.
And I never held any of that
Man,
against
she was
her.
in church, what, Monday through what? Man.
Monday through
Man, what, Sunday through Saturday. Yeah, she was there all the time, choir practice, everything. You know, we had to go to some of them services, man. I used to hate it, dude. I couldn't wait to go. I swear to God. Now I'm thinking about it, man. Hey, dude. Hey, no, dude. That shit was for the birds.
Oh man,
I ain't gonna even lie. Hey,
that was some times where I was trying to skip out quick,
hey, for real,
trying to leave.
But mom did her damn things, man. Shout out to moms, man.
Yeah, definitely. You also gotta be truthful with your kids. Like, I got a story for y'all. So you gotta be real. You gotta be upfront. So, you know, my oldest daughter, before she crossed over to the pathway of womanhood, we all know what that means.
Yeah.
If you don't,
Did you let that cigar? I'm only saying because, you know, right here just chilling, thinking to myself like, this motherfucker ain't need shit.
It's over here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Finish your story. There you go.
No.
There you
But
go.
anyway, you know, I mean, she crossed into the path of womanhood. If you don't know what that means,
Big dummy.
that's what you are. So I'm gonna just keep saying it.
Oh, God. Back to it. Oh, my God.
But before that happened, wifey sat her down and had a whole conversation about it. She had a whole conversation about it. She told her what she needs to do, went through the steps. She didn't throw a box and say, hey, look it up. Congratulations, you're a woman. Like, it don't work that way. You got to be real. And then I talked with my daughter. I was like, your mom talked to you about that? She was like, yeah, I can't believe I'm going to go through that for the rest of my life. I said, well, not the rest of your life, maybe until you're about 60 years old. So she was like, I know, but it still sucks. It's nasty. I said, yeah, but that is the thing that women go through. That's what makes you a woman. So fast forward, you know, maybe a year later, because that's how early we had the conversation, that path through womanhood came. All right? So wife called me. She's excited. She came on. It's that time. She's a woman now. I was like, oh, shoot, for real? Cool. That's what's up. We throwing a party.
Oh, God.
What?
Oh, God. Oh, no.
So as soon as I get home, she came to me. She was like, Dad, it finally happened. I said, what? That's what's up, baby. You a woman now. I like it. Yeah. That means you done crossed over the path of womanhood. She was like, I know, but it still sucks. It's gonna happen for a long time. I don't like it. I said, I mean, that's understandable. That's fine. You want to throw a party? Hey, we're going to get some red velvet cupcakes right now, and we're going to throw a party, baby.
Oh, what are you talking about, man?
Nigga, what? The red velvet? Oh, God. Bro, what is going on? This nigga, wow.
Confession time, man. That's how
Hey, it's confession, but I think this nigga said some red velvet. Hey, this nigga's wild, dog.
But no, see, because as parents, we look at certain things as a negative, and even something with that. Like, you gotta be real with your kids. You gotta be truthful. Hey, this might suck, but this is what you're gonna have to go through. But it's a beautiful thing because that means you're a woman. You done crossed over to this path, and now you gotta take it for what it is because this is how God designed you. Yeah. And we went through all the steps, and she talked to me, her father, about that, which is no kind of like big thing because I was raised with a mother and 5 sisters.
Yeah,
I
and
knew
you know,
all
Daddy
this stuff.
gave us the birds and the bees. So
oh man,
totally different story, you know.
Right.
So that's what we grew up on.
Just like that, fathers, be real with your sons,
Yeah.
man. Tell them about that. Tell them, don't let them go out there guessing and figuring it out on their own. Because when they try to figure it out on their own, they make mistakes.
Most
all right?
definitely.
A fool makes mistakes.
Most definitely. My daughter asked me the other day and was like, how come I don't trust her? And I'm like, it's not that I don't trust you. I don't trust the people that you're around. Because half these motherfucking kids, boy,
Oh my God,
crying hysterically at basketball games for no reason. Ain't nobody even losing the basketball game. What you crying for, bro? Like, I'm trying to figure out, you know, I'm over just trying to figure out what's going on. I'm like, man, what's going on? I said, man, I already know it's a boy. I said, because I was that boy that somebody was crying over. So I know when somebody is crying over a boy. And she was like, how do you know that? And I said, because I seen it on her face. I can tell. me being a father,
all over your face.
and I said at the end of the day, the only reason why I'm the way I am when it comes to you is because I don't want you to see something that you shouldn't be exposed to yet.
Oh man, and that goes back to the cell phone.
Should not be exposed to
back
yet.
to the cell phones. Your kids have access to everything that they do not need to see.
Everything we have access to.
That ain't good. Not looking.
That ain't good. I can tell you a whole lot of porn sites right now. Not at least 12. Like for real. Like that's what I'm saying though. When I say that, like that's what I'm saying. Your kids have the same access we have. Yep. That is bad for business. Like, and then you're giving your kids that platform to have a social media. You should not have a social media at that age. I think they need to start IDing people. Shit, they should. That's a light bulb that just went off. Shit. No, for real, man. Like people, hey, your kid is being curious. And you need to be curious about what your kid is doing.
And they're definitely going to be curious when they get to that age, especially in the middle school realm. Because that's where all the changes happen. That's why middle school sucks so much.
Oh, it does suck. But I was a man.
That's when they go through that threshold of womanhood.
Yeah.
Boys dealing with liking girls, girls liking boys, girls liking girls, boys liking boys, birds and the bees.
Oh, God.
The bees that like bees that don't have stingers and still have stingers and whatever. How that one lady explained it, but I don't know. But y'all know what I'm talking about. Because there's a lot of things going on nowadays that kids are getting into that parents don't know because kids are trying to figure it out for themselves because
a lot of them don't want to know.
Don't want to talk about it.
A lot of them don't want to know.
I don't know.
A lot of them want to let their kids lead that way until they lead themselves to disaster. We done seen it come many of times.
Oh, yeah.
And we're not talking about the kids that go to your school. We're talking about, kids that we have seen in front of our eyes.
So getting to that point that you said about boys, let's dig into that just a little bit. So dating boys, with us having daughters, what direction once they get to that level, how do you feel about them dating boys? At what age?
I just don't want them to date nobody like me when I was younger. So
okay,
if that tells you anything.
Hold on. So question. How do you save your daughters for somebody like you?
Gotcha, bitch.
Well, I tell them boys it's nasty. If that sums it up, hey, I tell them, hey, boys are gross.
Like
I ain't even gonna lie.
Like we said in the second episode, y'all, men are horn dogs. Boys, when they step into that realm where they try to discover themselves,
man.
And they get that feeling because they've been using the
5-finger discount, my guy. For real.
Because guess what? We've all done it.
Man.
We've all been through it. That's how we experienced it. We'll see something on TV, or especially now that they got access on their cell phones. You know how many kids I had to take phones from because they was airdropping naked pictures or some type of porn. And this is young teenagers, y'all.
Damn.
And they are doing this stuff. And they are probably airdropping things to your kids that your kids have no idea what it is and have never seen that picture just yet.
Man, that's what I fear the most. I be looking at my daughter's phone with all these emojis, and she's in a group chat at school. I be looking over her shoulder like, yeah. What you got going on over there? Ass big as all outdoors.
See, that's what I
bet I seen that pop up. I swear to God. That's what I'm trying to have her run from. We had a game plan with her. Well, actually, she had her own game plan. She wanted to be a veterinarian, taking college courses, at the age she was at, doing all of this type of stuff. Just trying to get her, in a mindset of what she wants to be when she get older. It's hard to say that you're going to be this person when you're young because things do change. Boys make you change who you are. And that's another thing because I done seen a lot of females change off the back of me. And I'm just like, Lord, I hope my daughter don't go through this. So,
See, but that's one thing I will say. That is one thing that I have taught my daughter. Me and her sat down. Hold on, y'all. Excuse me. I done dropped something. Oh, snap. I'm good. No, I'm not.
He said, no, I'm not.
I done dropped something, y'all. But me and my daughter, I sat her down and we had a conversation. When she first started middle school, 6th grade, I told her, I sat her down. I'm like, look, There are things that you are going to see that you have never saw. There are things you are going to hear that you have never heard. There are going to be things that I cannot save you from. But if me and you sit down and have these conversations and you tell me some things, and then know and please believe Daddy is always going to be truthful with you. I'm going to tell you these things. I'm going to tell you what's right. I'm going to tell you what's doing wrong. Because one thing that I have told all my daughters, I am not your freaking friend.
Man, my daughter asked me a long time ago. I feel where you going with this, bro. Hey, daughter asked me a long time ago, and I'm like, I'm not your friend. I'm your parent. We're not having that conversation or discussion right now, but now we're having that discussion. But I'm still not your friend.
Right. Just because me and you are sitting here talking, having heart-to-hearts and stuff, that's me being your father. This is me displaying my duty that I have for you.
Correct.
I have to do this because you didn't ask to be born. And because you didn't ask to be born, I have a duty to you. I have to protect you. I have to provide for you. I have to lead you in a way that is going to be successful, that is not detrimental to your life. And because I am your father, I have to do that. If I was your friend, I'm going to tell you what you want to hear at times. But a real friend is going to give you the real.
You might dislike it.
Oh, you definitely going to dislike it. Me and my daughters have had discussions and they did not like it. But guess what? Daddy's not going to lie to you. I'm going to be truthful.
No.
I'm going to be truthful. Don't be going out there talking about that. What you mean? Like you just told, like, your daughter's beautiful and she might be ugly. Like, no, like
no, that's not the case here.
That's not it. That's
not the case.
But I mean, that's kind of how it is though. And I just want fathers to be more involved because there is a higher successful rate when fathers are present in the home, and that nuclear family can exist. And Correct. They see that, they learn from that. Subconsciously, they won't get away from that. Especially if you are doing it the right way.
Most definitely, bro.
So, like, as far as dating though, like I told them, I welcome it. You know why? I welcome my daughters dating. Because I prefer them to be open with me and let me know what's going on instead of them going out there and figuring out for themselves and scared to tell me, hey, Daddy, this dude touched my titty and I don't know how to feel about it.
Jesus Christ.
Like, hell no. Motherfucker touching my niece's titty is going down. Trust me. It's going down. It is going down. No. Sexual harassment charges. I am getting their attorney's wife. Like, for real. We are getting them involved. No, I'm just playing. I'm fucking shit up. No, that ain't no joker. Hey.
No, but I just want her to know that I'm there to always talk and have the discussion. Because I've been there, I've been through that, but I want her to understand that you're going to like the opposite sex. It's going to happen because you see me and your mom, you're in that dynamic.
You have it in your face.
It's natural.
It's in your face.
Yeah.
So you see it, you was raised on it, and you know what to look for.
But because it's natural though, that's why I welcome it, because you're not going to get away from it. You're not going to get away from it. You can't escape it. So it's kind of like, hey, all right, let's talk about it. Who's this guy?
Right.
What you know about him? So he want to take you out on a date? That's fine. I'm gonna treat you like Martin like Martin and Will Smith did on Bad Boys 2.
Me and this nigga gonna be at the door.
Me and him, it is going down. Hey, chitty chitty bang bang
on everything, on everything.
Hey, don't play.
Go to the movie and be in the back row like Will Smith did at Fresh Prince. When Ashley went on that date, he's in the back row with popcorn. Hey, like dude, not playing, dude. Like, gotta make sure, man, like, for real, that, you take care of your family. When it comes to your kids, make sure you're taking care of them. Like, a lot of people do not really care about what their kids are doing nowadays, and it really does show.
Oh, yeah.
It shows when somebody's not taking care of their kids, because I done seen it time and time again. Kids over breaking in people's cars and shit.
Oh man, that is like the trend,
man. That's the trend, man. Hey, Like, it's bad, dude. I wish somebody would break. Man, I feel sorry for your kid. I ain't gonna even lie. I feel sorry for your kid. You breaking my car?
Chitty chitty bang bang.
On everything. Hey, I feel sorry.
No, man. All right, so let's listen to this statement. Listen to the statement. See
Okay.
if you think that it's true. Or how you feel about it, not even if it's true. Fathers, this is how important fathers is.
Yep, I'm
'Cause I
listening.
believe this.
I'm listening.
Fathers keep daughters off stripper poles and sons out of jail.
Oh, most definitely. Most definitely. Man,
Give me a hell yeah.
they gonna be mad at me. My daughter better not ever get to that point in her life. Talking about stripper pole. I'm at the strip club with your jacket on. I'm gonna grab your jacket. I'm gonna give it to you and be like, motherfucking get the fuck state. God damn it. Fucking no, for real. And like, you know, even going to the point of your son going to jail. Hey, motherfucker, what you thought this was? Man, smack this nigga all in the back of his head up the street. What you thought this was?
Oh my god!
Like, bro, being a father, like, it's really hard. Like, and that goes into getting the short end of the stick. Like, you got to do things. Oh, that's another episode, by the way, right? Short end of the stick. But it don't pertain to what we're talking about. But short end of the stick, the fathers definitely get the short end of the stick.
Yeah, that's literally gonna be enough.
Because I'm not joking.
Hey, man, we get them all our secrets. I done said 2 different episodes already that's coming up.
I know, but at the end of the day, though, I just threw this out there because we do get the short end of the stick. Because we have to, like, I kid you not, my wife, the twins is yelling. They're like, cut on the TV, something like that. Or something like, my wife's like, daddy's coming in there. It's the first thing. Like, why do I got to be the person, the disciplinary, to make sure that they shut up or they don't say what they're saying? Definitely when companies are, they be saying some of the wildest things. And she's like, oh, daddy's going to get you. Why daddy got to be the one to get him?
Well, we are the disciplinarians. That's why kids are so in order when children act that's why they don't act out as much. So remember when I said a lot of my kids that I've worked with, 9 out of 10 they've been raised by a grandmother household, grandma. Yeah. That's how it is, because when the father is in the household, nobody tests dad.
Oh no, they don't test me.
Now, understand, daughters will test their mothers. If the father is in the home, they will never test their fathers unless they see the mother talking jack crazy to the father. Then they gonna test you.
Yeah,
so don't be no punk. Be that masculine man. Be that leader, protector, provider that you need to be for your family, your wife, and your children. You punk.
That boy is good.
I said it, daggone.
Man.
Because we need to start taking our households back. We need to start being the man that we need to be within our marriage. Stop sitting here getting these women pregnant out of wedlock, because it don't do nothing but put your children at a disadvantage throughout life.
Yeah, most definitely.
Plain and simple. So,
most definitely. Another thing though, just to say this, because I know you ain't gonna say it. Hey, you fathers that are shorter than your son, beat that nigga up. Sick of you niggas. I see the video today, man. Niggas getting whooped by his motherfucking son because he said, I bet you I can whoop your ass. You only 5'2". I'm 5'9". Like, man, beating his daddy up, man. Hey, quit being a punk.
See,
man,
that's psychological, because since he didn't hem his son up when he was younger, as he was growing up,
he's taking full advantage.
He took advantage of that. So now he got to the point to where he was like, oh, I'm bigger than him now.
I'm about to fuck him up. Hey, if you ain't listening right now, tune in. Beat that nigga's ass. I ain't even gonna lie, because you niggas, man, you niggas let your son get some height, and this nigga choke slamming you against the wall in front of your wife.
Hey,
in front of your wife.
That's how it is. Daughters will test their mothers.
Sons they definitely will
test their fathers. It's never really the other way around. Now, there is a small percentage where it does work like that. But, like I said before, the exception doesn't make the rule.
Correct.
So, like I said, my daughter, my teenage, she's been testing wifey, and guess what? Wifey is about that life.
Right.
Don't mess with her. And somehow you get past her, guess what? Here come daddy, and I wish you would. Like, don't play. And it's the same thing with sons. Sons would generally not test their mothers because we are all grown and bred, and society tells us don't put your hands on women. And we're brought up like that, which is fine. And I would say this: women, teach your daughters, fathers, teach your daughters to not put their hands on a freaking man.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Stop that. Keep it to yourself, because guess what? One day they're going to meet that man that's going to give her that Popeye special.
Man,
that 2-piece and a biscuit.
Spinach.
It's called Popeyes for a reason.
Hey.
Wonder why you got to wear sunglasses.
Hey, for real. For real. He ain't joking.
And in the same light, you got to teach your sons that, hey, you never put your hands on a woman. You don't do that. But guess what? A lot of these men that being raised by single mothers are so emotional that they can't control themselves. So they get into that, and it gets into almost a defense like thing. Hey, some of these men, their hands are bisexual. They hit men and women.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Hey, for real. I was talking to my wife about that the other day. I said, man, if somebody's ever jumping you, I'm jumping in. I don't give a fuck if it's females.
Hey,
I said, hey, somebody
with your woman, like protecting your kids, just even protecting your kids. Okay, let's say your daughter is like 16 years old. Let's say your daughter's like 16 years old, and y'all going through the mall. She sees some girls that don't like her, and there's like 3 girls going in and jumping her. Like,
man, get off of him, Himalaya. I'm grabbing female. Get off of a Himalaya.
Hey, you know what? I am too. Now I'm not gonna punch him or nothing, but somebody might have to get slammed.
No, everybody's getting thrown off
because you gotta get. I'm her protection. How does it look that my daughter is sitting here getting jumped, and I gotta sit here and look at her? Baby, come on, throw the left, jab.
I'm not
hook,
man.
Come on, what you doing?
I swear, I'm not coaching her through anything.
No.
Call your parents and bring the punch. Nigga. It is what it is. Call your parents and bring the punch because it's about to go. Man, like, you can bring your parents, your uncle. I don't care.
Because we gotta protect our daughters at any cost. I have to protect my wife.
Everybody should.
At any cost.
Everybody should.
Now,
I don't care who you are. If you're a husband to your wife and you're a father to your daughters, you're going to protect them at any means necessary. If it comes to jumping, if it's a one-on-one fight, oh, babe, you about to beat this bitch up. You about to rock a soccer bopper, man, for real. Rock her snot box. Hey, no joke. That's how you look at things, though. But that's what comes first for you. Your wife and your kids. Like, you got to be that protector. And that goes back into last episode. You're giving this protection for a reason, for your wife anyways, not for your kids, but I'm saying for your wife, this is the protection I give you. Now, can I get some sex? This is last episode we talking about. Hey, that is real shit.
I took a black eye for you today.
Hey, for real.
Run back them yams.
Hey, man, we was
I'm
both
laying down like this.
We was both stumped on the floor.
No, dude. Hey, no, but I will say this. Me and my wife had a conversation. So, like, when it comes to her, if I saw her getting, beat up by a woman or 2 women or whatever,
she better not have on no Timbs.
Like I'm jumping in.
Let me beat this hard working bitch up.
I need to do.
To beat this hard.
I need to do whatever I need to do to protect my wife. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if I am getting jumped by like 5 dudes and my wife is with me, let's say me and my wife is on a date. I walk by like 5 dudes and one of them grabbed a butt and said, hey, come here, B. Like, hey, let's get it. F that dude. Look, I am prepared to take a beat down for my wife. Now, if I am sitting there and I start something with these dudes, it's going down.
Niggas going Super Saiyan on these niggas.
But what I'm saying is that I don't want my wife to jump in. My wife
No.
is delicate. I want her to be feminine. I don't want her to have to go through none of that, because there is nothing worse than somebody hurting your loved ones as a man and you can't do nothing about it. I told her, she was like, "You wouldn't want me to jump in?" I said, "So we can both get beat up?" There'd be 4 black eyes in between. Why would I want that? I said, "No, I'll take on all 5. I might get whooped, but you go, you run the opposite direction, you call for help. Now, if you're strapped, hey, you know what it is.
Hey,
chitty chitty bang bang, like."
niggas go.
But even if you, it's just like, no, you go, because you are protected at all costs. Just like my daughters, you do the same things. I will need you to be protected at all costs. You run the opposite direction. You do what you need to do. You call for help, call 911, whatever you need. Don't jump in this fire with me, because guess what? I'm willing to put my life on the line for my wife and my kids. That is a man. That is masculine. That is what you need to do.
Yeah.
That is what you're built for. That is what God intended. Now,
that boy is good.
I ain't gonna lie to you, motherfuckers. I'm John Wick. Motherfuckers gonna be, hey, you gonna meet your maker fucking with me. I ain't gonna lie, you gonna meet your maker fucking with me. If you know who I am, you gonna meet your maker fucking with me.
oh,
Hey,
shoot.
I ain't even gonna lie to you.
We don't play them games.
No. At the gun range every day, you know, I'm gonna make sure I break an AR down and be able to rebuild it within 15 seconds. Hey,
I don't miss.
You gonna have to feel me. Like
miss.
I would hate to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm being honest, but at the end of the day, I'm not out here to create balance. I'm just saying, at the end of the day, if my wife was in that position and her butt got grabbed or anything like that, five
it's
niggas,
going down.
oh, you gonna have to meet your maker.
It is going down.
And like I said,
And
you know, at the end of the day,
right. And even if there's some substance, like, I don't have nothing on me or nothing, like, if it's 5 of y'all gonna have to pick which one of y'all is getting put to sleep.
oh, somebody,
Because at least one of y'all is going to sleep. Now, I might lose, but y'all gonna have to pick which one's going to sleep.
Man, somebody's definitely getting put to sleep.
Period. It might be 2.
Yo, yeah, it might be for real. You're gonna feel me on that, but you know what I'm saying is, like, don't be out here pressing that issue on no females, dude.
No.
Like, if you 5 dudes together, man, and y'all grabbing females' booties and shit, man, y'all bitches. I'm just gonna say it flat out.
Hey, guess what? That's one thing I will say. They was raised by a single mother.
Wow, dude.
That's what I.
Hey,
Oops.
hey.
Did I hurt your feelings?
Now that's
I
shots
bet
fired
you
right there.
Pookie and Ray Ray that is over there chilling on the corner, talk about, hey girl, come here, give me that coochie, girl. Hey, run back in yam. And then they get mad. They get mad when you say, "No, I'm good," and then they won't cuss you out. Why? Because they in their emotions. They don't know how to take rejection.
They don't.
Just like women don't know how to take rejection.
So they was raised by a single mother.
Shots fired. So look, y'all. I'm not throwing no shade at single, because I know some awesome single.
I know
mothers.
some dope ass single mothers.
I know that's doing it great, doing it right. Their kids is on A1, and they doing what they need to do, because that dude is not doing what they need to do.
Correct.
Raise your mother effing kids, my guy.
Motherfucking kids, my guy.
Do it, because if you are not in their life, especially if you are not in the household, you are putting them at such a disadvantage that is going to be detrimental to their life. So just a little few stats for you, just so y'all understand what I'm talking about. Within fatherless homes, 90% of homeless and runaway teens, 90% fatherless house homes. 63% of teen self-deletion,
Damn.
fatherless house homes. 85% of kids and teens with behavior disorders. Oh, I see that a lot. Fatherless homes. 70% more likely to drop out of school. high school, fatherless homes. 85% of all youth, that is a huge one. 85% of all youth that is in prison, locked up because of what they did, fatherless homes. 20 times more likely to be incarcerated and 11 times more likely to exhibit violent behavior than those raised in a 2-parent homes. Y'all got to understand, we are saying this for a reason. This is a mind of a married man, a man who is in the home with his kids, with his wife, because that is the initial order that God intended. Whether you believe in God or not, this is our biological stand that we need to abide by. Plain and simple.
Correct.
Do what you need to do, dude. Stop being that little F-boy.
Fuck boy. hey, I'm gonna say it. Mom and Dad, if you looking at this,
Hey, they
Don't
know how you are.
don't get mad at me. You raised a good one, but I'm gonna say what's on my mind.
I just want a lot of women to understand that the fathers are definitely needed in the home. Stop thinking of him as optional. We are not optional.
We are not.
We've never been optional. And the statistics prove it. Do what you need to do. Now, I understand some of y'all might feel some kind of way, especially with the 85% of all youth in prison raised by fatherless homes. Guess what? There's 15% of you doing it right. 15%. So don't feel no kind of way if you in that 50%. But if the shoe fits,
Word, motherfucker. Hey, we ain't gonna sugarcoat shit on this motherfucker. Hey, for real.
fathers need to raise their kids. They need to be in the home. But a lot of you mothers out there, like, you don't see a man as needed because you strong, independent, don't need no man. Guess what? If you're trying to raise kids and stuff, it is needed. If you want your kid on the other side of the spectrum to have the best outcome for their life, we need that, because our kids are out of control. They're not doing as much. I did an episode with my man Adrian over at I Respectfully Disagree. Go check that man out, man.
Check him out, man.
Check him out.
This shit on
Subscribe and comment. Have the conversation over there too. I was on an episode with him about, how do we get our youth back? How do we save them? Like,
Man,
check that out.
day,
I was on that one.
Back in the day, when we was young, kids always went to the rec, went to the gym, went to what is that, Boys and Girls Club? What is that?
Oh yeah,
man, and that was father figure.
YMCA.
Yeah.
They had all kind of mentors down there and stuff like that. If you need help, go seek help. There's all kind of programs and everything that you need. If you are a mother that you are having trouble with your kids, seek therapy, seek counseling. Schools have so many programs. There are so many things that you can do. You just got to put in the mother effing work.
The motherfucking work. And stop acting like you the motherfucking dominant in the position, that you in. When you have your child, you raising your child, stop acting like you're the person in control of everything.
Man,
give that man a chance to talk to his kid. Or even if it's not working out, if he's, I can see if it's like domestic violence or something. Yeah, cut that shit off. But if you're talking to somebody, give somebody that chance to talk to your son to help him along the way. It's not hard to do. You can go anywhere nowadays. Well, not anywhere, but you know what I mean? Like, find help. People have brothers and shit. They don't even call on. Yeah, motherfucker be like, man, I got a brother that can talk to you, but I don't know where he is. Call your brother,
man.
Call your uncle. Call your dad. Whoever is the leading man in your life, call them. Let them talk to your child. Give them advice, because at the end of the day, like I said, everybody's not listening to this channel. But what I'm telling you right now, and if you are listening to it, give your friend advice and tell her, oh, you should let your son talk to your brother. Tell him what he's been through. Man, I done told my nephews time and time. And these is my nephews I'm talking about, raised by single mothers. So me and my brother get it. We done been there. Yep. We've been them people that had given the advice to our nephews because we have to.
And and to capitalize on that, like my nephews have been through the ringer. They have been raised by single mothers. The crazy thing is that although they have their uncles here to support him and what they do, nothing will ever compare to your actual father.
Most definitely not.
Although me and him are here to try to do what we can, it still don't hit as their biological father.
Man,
Understand that. So while I might, do everything that I can to help him, he's not going to receive it as well as if it came from the man that created him. Please understand that. Do what y'all need to do. Fathers, get into your kid's life, whether if it's part-time, most of the time,
nobody's perfect.
All the time. Raise your mother effing kids.
Nobody's perfect. And if you got to start now, do it now. It's never too late.
It's never too late. So, man, this was a good episode, man. We in overtime right now because we went over the hour mark. But
It's
all
man.
good.
It is all good. At the end of the day, I hope they know that we ain't playing about none of this shit. Take care of your goddamn kids, goddamn it. I know you see that big mouth. You see that? I mean business, goddamn it. Hey, pay attention to what the fuck we saying.
Yes, sir.
Real shit here, man.
With that, we are going to end on that note.
Yeah, most definitely.
Man, we appreciate y'all coming out.
Man, we love you. We love you.
Comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel, the Married Man Confessions Podcast, y'all. Go ahead, hit me up on all the links. Pandora, Spotify, all that. Listen to me if you can't see the YouTube channel. But please go subscribe. Hit that notification bell.
Comment and subscribe, motherfucker.
Let's get it in the comments, y'all. Let's get it. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all be easy, man. Peace.